Game Freak slipped a side quest into Firered and Leafgreen that almost nobody talks about. A child vanishes, the adults shrug, and you're sent into Berry Forest to chase a psychic creature infamous for its questionable bedtime habits. But here's the part players miss. The clues in the game suggest something way darker than even an abduction. Stick around, let's get into it. The Lostelle side quest from Firered and Leafgreen is one of the strangest, darkest moments in Pokemon history, and it's hidden inside the peaceful, tropical Sevi Islands. It begins innocently enough, a worried father, a missing daughter, and a request for your help. But the moment you step into Berry Forest, the tone shifts. The music is unnerving, the atmosphere grows eerie, and suddenly you realize you're not looking for a runaway kid. You're walking into a psychological horror episode starring Hypno. So it all starts with you sailing to Island 2, exploring the Sevi Islands, those scenic, tropical destinations introduced by your friend Bill, who, let's be honest, kidnaps every player who mashes A and doesn't read dialogue. Because once you agree to go with him, you're stuck here on these islands until you complete the side quests. A classic "this won't take long" trap. You walk into the joyful game corner, ready to play some joyful games. When you see a man pacing back and forth, he's worried because his daughter Lostelle hasn't shown up with his lunch. He begs you to head to 3 Island and help find her. Before you can even process that, a biker crashes into the game corner, shouting, "Is this 3 Island?" Lostelle's father tells him to get lost, it's 2 Island, and the biker speeds off. And wouldn't you know it, he rides straight to the place you're now headed. Clue number 1, maybe the bikers are involved in something. When you arrive at 3 Island, it's chaos. A whole biker gang is harassing the locals, trying to claim the island for themselves. They're yelling at townsfolk to go back to where they came from, which is kind of weird because they're not even from the islands. And as the protagonist, you mop the floor with a grimy little Pokemon. Their boss eventually shows up and would like his turn to be the mop, and you mop the floor with him too. After saving the town, you can finally gather some information from the people there. A little girl says Lostelle is probably in Berry Forest. A boy says he's training in Berry Forest until his Doduo evolves. A very bad plan. A man warns you to never go into Berry Forest alone because there are ghosts. You take his advice and you head to Berry Forest alone, and immediately something feels wrong. The forest layout is almost maze-like with twisting trails and far too many optional trees to cut, as if the forest is deliberately trying to keep people out, or maybe keep something in. In the deepest part of the forest, you finally find Lostelle. She's standing perfectly still, crying, trembling, speaking in broken third person because she is so terrified. She says a Pokemon appeared and has been scaring her, not attacking, not hurting, just relentlessly scaring her until her body shut down from panic and nausea. And then it appears. Hypno attacks, confirming every unsettling Pokédex entry it has ever had. After defeating it, Lostelle tries to thank you, but she's still shaking, still talking in third person, still trapped halfway between fear and disbelief. You bring her back to her father, he apologizes, insisting he didn't know what was happening, which is fine, but also, maybe next time go look for your kid instead of pacing in a casino hoping that your lunch will bring itself to you. A psychic Pokemon prepared to do terrible things, and a side quest that, for once in Pokemon, actually feels like there's real danger in. Let's go into the potential danger of this Hypno. Hypno's lineage traces back to the ancient Japanese Baku, supernatural beings said to devour nightmares. The Baku is based on the Chinese Mo, a mythical creature with the trunk of an elephant, which is quite apparent when looking at Hypno's trunk. The legend says that if a child has a nightmare and they wake up in the middle of the night, they should call out, "Baku-san, come eat my dream," 3 times. The demon will enter the room and eat their nightmares. No thanks? If you don't mind the presence of a supernatural entity in your room, you might think of this as an excellent idea to enable peaceful sleep. But like all good things, there's a catch. If the creature remains hungry after eating your nightmare, it will eat your hopes and dreams, leaving you a shell of your former self. You're then stuck into living life as a dead man walking, waiting for your last day. No thanks again. I'll take the nightmares instead. The earliest Pokédex entries lean straight into the horror. It hypnotizes people, leads them away, and then the game politely ends the sentence before anything lawsuit-worthy happens. These entries have the tone of someone whispering, "By the way, this thing might kidnap you, so stay alert." That little pendulum isn't just a quirky accessory, it's the symbol of Hypno's entire mythos. Hypno uses it to lull people to sleep. It's called the hypnosis Pokemon for God's sake. Historically, the hypnotist archetype was associated with mystery, occultism, and occasionally tax fraud. Hypno proudly inherits all of that energy. Like many folkloric creatures, Hypno occupies a weird duality. Is it a guardian of dreams? Or an opportunistic sleep goblin with a questionable moral compass? It's neither hero nor villain, just a creature doing what it was made to do, which happens to be terrifying. Its history is a tapestry of folklore, fear, and the quiet rhythmic swing of a pendulum, inviting you softly to sleep forever. So to summarize, Lostelle wasn't just simply stolen and found, which is what the game kind of implies. She was probably preyed on for a while, terrified, and later traumatized, not being able to speak properly or even move. If the trainer didn't rescue Lostelle, how many children would it have abducted and eaten the hopes and dreams of? Hypno probably would have kept her forever to satisfy its own hunger, while leaving her to starve until her very last day. That's something to think about. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and comment possibilities for what could have happened. See you all next time.